Hello, hello. Thank you so much for being here. We'll get started right away. Inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the mouth. You can let the body do whatever it wants. Let's do a few arm circles. We'll inhale forward and up. Exhale back and down. Go with your breath. And we'll change directions. Inhale back and up. Exhale forward and down. And try to change the way the wrists cross each time. It also makes it a little bit of a brain exercise. And we'll go back to back just a few times. Okay, shake out the arms. Let's get the legs a little more involved. So we'll have one foot forward, one foot back. So the back foot, the toes around the ankle of the front foot. And we'll just inhale up on the toes, exhale the heels down. We can imagine an upward pull through the crown. And let's let the breath move the body. So once you're comfortable with this, we can add the arms, floating them up as we inhale, floating them down as we exhale. A few more. Okay, next time we come down, we'll stay down. We'll take the back foot, bring the knee up, flex the foot, catch the knee if we can, and squeeze. Press down with the standing leg. Let's take 3 to 5 breaths. And open up. We'll try to keep the foot flexed. And find a tree, any version. So you could have the toes down on the floor. Do whatever you like with the arms, but push the leg and the foot together. And push out through the knee of the bent leg. An extra 2. Let's take it into star. So the foot comes down, we open up the arms, shift the weight. If we can, lift the leg and shine out. And come out of it. Little shake. So we'll start the whole thing on the other side. So 1 foot forward, 1 foot back. Make sure you're doing it the other way. So the back toes around the ankle of the front foot. We inhale up, exhale down. We got a really squeaky part of the floor, so I'm just going to shift. Okay, so inhale up, exhale down. Just do a few before we add the arms. Imagine the upward pull through the crown. Let the breath move the body like a wave. And now we'll add the arms. Inhaling the arms up, exhaling down. Few more. Okay, next time we come down, we'll shift the weight into the front foot. Bring the back leg up. Catch the knee if you can. Flex the foot. Standing leg is strong. Let's breathe. Open it up. Find tree. Squeeze the foot and the leg together once you get there. Balance is always changing. depending on the side of the body, the time of the day, how we're feeling. So wherever it is, let's just embrace it. See if we can squeeze a little more and press out through the knee. Okay, star. We bring the foot down, shift the weight, lift up if we can, and shine out. And come out of it. Give ourselves a little shake. Okay, top of the mat. Let's plant the feet. Open up the palms. Shoulders back and down. And take a couple breaths. With an inhale, open up. If you have room, you can open the arms to the outsides, or if you don't have as much room, you can come forward. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees as much as you like. Hands somewhere on the legs. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Few more. Inhaling, flat back. Exhaling, fold. Go with your breath. Next time we fold, hands to earth, step back to plank. Knees up or down, take a breath or two. And lower, knees, chest, chin. Bring the pelvis to the floor, the tops of the feet. You can roll the hips a little. Press the tops of the feet down, tuck the elbows in, cobra up, downs. So we inhale, curl up, exhale, come down. Whatever height you're feeling for today. So it could be a very small movement or bigger if that feels better. Okay, we'll take it back. Child's pose. Let's all do a child's pose just for a few breaths. Press the weight back, bum towards the heels, head resting on the floor or a support. Or if you really don't have anything, you can let the head hang, but a support is nice. Make it an active child's pose. So the elbows are up and we're really shifting the weight back. So we're getting a nice stretch through the whole back. Okay, we can stay here or take it to downward facing dog, whichever you prefer. Another 5 breaths or so. All right, from all fours or down dog, let's inhale, lift a leg. We'll try to just keep it hip high and avoid like opening up the hip. So try to keep the hips level. It's not easy. Well, it's not easy for everyone. 2 or 3 more breaths. With an exhale, we'll bring the knee to the chest, hug into ourselves, look forward, invite the foot towards the hands. And we'll bring the back foot down for warrior one. Let's open up the feet a little. So maybe the front foot moves towards the outside of the mat a little. Front leg is bent, and we come up. You can do whatever you feel like with the arms. If you want to have the hands on the hips, or if you prefer being in prayer, you could have the arms up separate or the arms up, hands in prayer, whatever you like. We'll start with a few breaths, just warrior one, and then we'll add some stuff. Okay, if you want, we can add an itty bitty back bend or a little heart opener. So we can lift up through the heart, keep the bend in the leg. It's easy to lose it. All right, straighten the leg, hands to hips. Again, open up through the chest. Inhale. Exhale, tilt from those hips. Take your time. So the hip of the front leg slides back, the hip of the back leg slides forward. We can pause the torso anywhere that feels good. If we can be parallel, great, but we can also be above. Or if you feel like it, you can keep going, belly towards the thigh. I should have mentioned the blocks. If you have the blocks, you can have them for the hands. You can also use the support of your own leg, or if it works for you, the floor. So make sure you're comfortable enough. We'll aim for 10 breaths. One of the benefits I really like from this pose is calming the mind. 5 more. Okay, bend the front leg. Take the hands forward. So again, if you have blocks, use the blocks if you find them helpful. So we'll make a tripod with the 2 hands in the front foot. Shift the weight, lift the back leg, and we'll try to lift it just hip high. So keep the hips in the line. So I'll show you when we're opening the hip, it looks more like this. We're going more into half moon territory. But here we're working on our warrior three. So we want the hips in a line as much as possible. Okay, let's breathe. We'll aim for 3 more. Both legs strong. And with the third exhale, bring the leg down. Hands to the legs. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Press those feet into the earth. Inhale all the way up. Exhale. Fold. Flat back. In. Out. Fold. Hands to earth. Plank. Lower. Flatten the feet, shift the hips, and this time let's do a sphinx. Forearms to the earth, lift up through the chest, drag the forearms towards us. Find the lift through the heart and the crown. And let's breathe nice and deep. We can push the tops of the feet into the floor. Okay, your choice. You can go right to child's pose or down dog, or we can play around a little. We haven't done this in a while. Walk the elbows in towards one another. Interlace the hands. We're going to go into a sneaky forearm plank. Tuck the toes, press the forearms into the earth, and see if we can lift the pelvis and the legs. Draw in through the low belly, and let's breathe. Two more if it's okay. All right, from here we could take it to dolphin. Walk the toes towards the arms. Find a comfortable distance. Press the weight back. For sure, you can bend the knees. Bending the knees will help you find the right alignment. And then once you're comfortable, if you like, you can drop the heels towards the floor. At least 5 breaths. Okay. Knees come down. Let's rock back to a child's pose. And this one will make passive. So if you keep the arms forward, let the elbows rest down. Or you can bring the arms back, but make sure the head's supported if you do this version. Letting ourselves let everything go. Okay, let's get back into action. So tabletop or down dog. Let's extend the other leg. And again, we'll try to do it just hip high. So try to avoid opening the hip. Nice inhale. Exhale, knee to chest, curl into ourselves, look forward. Invite the foot towards the hands. Back foot comes down for warrior one. And we walk the front foot towards the outside of the mat a little. Come up when you're ready. So the front leg is bent. Both legs are strong. Whatever you feel like for the arms. And we'll just start a regular warrior one before we add all of our variations. So root down and rise up. All right, if it's appealing, we can lift up through the chest. Little itty bitty heart opener. All right, hands to hips, straighten the front leg. Once the front leg is straight, again, open up through the chest. Inhale. Exhale, fold. So we're taking our time. The front hip of the front leg sliding back, hip of the back leg sliding forward. And we see where we end up. So maybe above parallel, or we keep on going. You can slide the hands down the leg or to the floor. And if you're going to keep going, make sure it's belly to thigh. All right, we're aiming for about 10 breaths, so make sure you're comfortable where you are. Keep the legs active, front hip moving back, back hip moving forward. And let's breathe with the back body. Okay, we'll bend the front leg. Walk the hands forward. I'll come in a little so you can see me. If you have the blocks and you like using them, blocks under the hands. So we make a tripod with the front foot and the two hands. Shift the weight. Lift the back leg, keeping it just hip high, both legs engaged. All right, with an exhale, bring the leg down. Let's hang out in a forward fold. So open up the feet as much as you like, bend the knees, and if it's available, grab onto the arms behind the legs. Let the head be heavy, 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 heavy. We can imagine there's like a weight at the crown of the head, and just draw circles into the floor. Other direction. Okay, hands to the fronts of the legs. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Couple more. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. All right, if you have the blocks, hands on blocks, bend the knees. Open up the feet even more. Angle the toes towards the outside. So we're coming down into a squat. And when you're ready, start to lower the hips. Shift the feet until you find a position that's comfortable for you. All of our bodies are made differently. All of our hip structures are unique. So find the position that works for today. If it's really not happening, having the feet flat, you could take a blanket and have it rolled up under the heels. Okay, we'll try not to stay too long. Let's start the hands in prayer, the elbows inside the knees. 3 breaths. Let the pelvis be heavy. Now we'll do a rotation either side. So hand comes to the floor, arm is still inside the knee, opposite arm opens out. Back to center for 3. And other side. Hands comes down, arm and knee are braced together, and we open up. And come out of it. Okay, we can help ourselves to sit down. And let's just shake out those legs. Rotate side to side. All right, we'll do a staff pose. So absolutely you can be sitting on something, especially if you find that your low back is rounding, then definitely sit on something. And even if you are sitting on something, or if you don't have something to sit on, you could try bending the knees, and it'll just make it a lot easier to have a long spine. So maybe we can all bend the knees. So we'll do a variation of staff pose. Pull the toes towards us, arms up, about 5 breaths. Think of the lower ribs and the hips moving towards one another. Okay, come on down. Let's get ready for our twist. So the bottom leg, it can stay bent. If you have a blanket or something you can roll up and put under the knee, that'd be nice. Or if it works in your body that you can have the leg straight, that works too. So we'll bend to the other leg. Let's start with the foot inside. So before the twist, we'll do a forward bend. So the foot is inside the long leg. The back hand, we just use it for support. I know you can't see it, but it's supporting me. The inner arm, we inhale, lift. Exhale, reach towards the foot. So we're going inside the knee of the bent leg. Squeeze the knee and the arm together. And here we can let the back round. And if we have enough stability, the back hand can come forward. And if you're not grabbing your foot, not a big deal. You can have the hands on the legs, the floor, the leg, the floor, whatever. So we'll actually let the head drop if it's comfortable. Open up the back of the neck. And about 5 breaths. Keep squeezing the bent leg in towards the arm. Okay, come up. Cross the foot to the outside. Interlace below the knee. Proud open chest. Long deep breaths. About 5. And we'll twist towards the bent leg. Back hand comes behind. Okay, back to center. Pick up the leg that was bent, give it a rock. Circle. Other direction. Foot inside the thigh. If the knee's really hanging, you can put a block or a blanket under it. And one more forward bend. This time we'll try to keep the spine long. So we'll inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, tilt. So we'll think belly to thigh. Legs are nice and engaged. Pull the toes towards you. And we'll take it breath by breath. Okay, come out of it when you're ready. And let's restart the whole thing. So starting with staff pose, we can either have the legs straight or the knees bent. Arms come up and we breathe. Draw in the low ribs to the hips, hips to the low ribs. Okay, arms come down. Lengthen the bottom leg, folds the top leg. Outer hand comes down somewhere for support. We inhale the inner arm up, lengthen. Exhale, reach towards the foot. So we try to keep a squeeze between the knee and the arm. And here we can let the back round as long as that's okay for us. And if you're comfortable enough, the back hands can come forward. And of course, we don't have to hold the foot. We can have the hands on the floor, the leg, wherever they reach. So we'll let the back round, stretch the back of the neck, and breathe. Okay, come out of it. Cross the leg over. Interlace around the knee. Proud open chest. Long deep breath. This is one of my favorite poses. We're using the position of the body and the breath to give our internal organs a nice massage. Relax the shoulders, lengthen up through the breath. Take it into the twist. Come back to center, pick up the leg, give it a rock. Circle. Other direction. Foot inside the thigh. One more forward bend. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, tilt. So we think belly to thigh. And we just take it breath by breath. Okay, come out of it when you're ready. Let's make our way down onto the back. And we'll start with ankle circles. So one foot on the floor, the other leg up 90 degrees. Brace the knee, so hold on behind the knee, the thumbs beside the knee, and circle the ankle. Other direction. Stretch the leg up. If you're able, interlace behind the thigh. If not, you can hold the sides, or you can just have the arms off to the side. Let's press up through the heel, down into the mat, like from the back of the sacrum, and then press the thigh bone forward. So if you have the hands interlaced, like push into the hands. A few breaths. And let it go. Ankle circles, other side, leg 90 degrees. Brace the knee, circle the ankle. Other direction. Stretch the leg up. Press up, down, and thigh bone through the hamstring. Okay, both legs come up, arms come up. We can have the legs straight or bent. We'll just do a dead bug. So opposite arm, opposite leg. Okay, once you're happy with that, knees to chest, and go into any version of twists that you enjoy. Okay, back to center. Let's set ourselves up for relaxation. So if there's anything else you want to do before the relaxation, please go right ahead. And you know the options. You can have the legs extended if that's comfortable. You can have the knees bent, feet wide, knees leaning one into the other. Let's try to tuck the chin in, shoulders under the back. And of course, the most important adjustment is giving ourselves permission to relax. So let's take this opportunity to let ourselves let everything go, allowing the whole body mind to become heavy. Draining all tension. Releasing all the thoughts and busyness from the mind. Resting our awareness on the natural movement of breath. Okay. Let's gently wake the body mind. Inviting movement once it feels good. Give ourselves a full body stretch. stretch. And one stretch, knees to chest. Let's inhale the knees away. Exhale, squeeze into the chest. Do a few. Rock side to side. And finally, all the way to one side. Take a breath or two. And let the strength of the arms press up. Make our way into any comfortable seated position. We'll just take a moment with ourselves before we close our practice. So maybe a hand on the heart, hand on the belly. Might like to take this time to silently say something really sweet to yourself. If you'd like to set an intention, now's a good time. We'll close with a bow, acknowledging, honoring the light, love, and wisdom within ourselves, within each other, and within. Thank you so much for practicing with me. I hope you've had a good practice. And I'll see you over on Google Meet on Thursday. Sorry for my voice. And back here on YouTube on Friday. So until then, take care and I'll see you soon. Bye.